Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian Kenzie on Q101. Jet tickets for the Salt Shed coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie. But first, sports.
The Q101 morning crew. Sports.
All right, well, no Bulls, no Blackhawks last night, and no trades. So far, Vooch is still on the Bulls. The trade deadline is 3 p.m. on Thursday. Will he get moved? At this point, with Zach LaVine gone, I feel like they're going to make some more moves. I think they're going to just gut it and probably get nothing for Vooch as well.
Vooch is in trade talks. Lonzo Ball is in trade talks. And I also read this morning that Kevin Huerter, the ginger who they received from the Sacramento Kings, could be turned around and used as trade bait for another Bulls trade as well.
Well, that's not fair. He's the only ginger in the NBA.
I know. I'd like to keep him. He's like a extinct animal. What's it called? Endangered animal. That's what he's like.
Extinct. Yeah, if he's extinct, he wouldn't have it.
That's right. Endangered, though. There's a few left.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Who do you think's we need Lonzo Ball?
Well, he actually is playing decent this year after coming back after sitting for 3 years. Boy, is he rested. And some team could take advantage of that rest and use him. I mean, everybody
I'm
needs
so
something.
proud of him. Can you imagine that his knee's going to get funky once he gets to the next team? Go, Lonzo. Get that money.
He goes, yeah, I feel good. I feel great. Get in the first game. Oh! My leg.
And he'll pass the physical because there's not actually anything wrong.
It's like Rodney Dangerfield and Caddyshack. Oh, my arm. I think it's broken. Oh. Sorry, Case hasn't seen Caddyshack.
Oh,
so
my God.
I know.
You're going to love the gopher. It's adorable.
We'll get that on the list,
Yeah, we'll
Caddyshack.
put it on the list. Okay.
So far, Thursday is a deadline, so that might be a flurry that day. People like to wait till the last minute to see what they can get. They're negotiating. How about I throw in this? Not enough, not enough. Okay, that's enough. And then they take it. So a lot of times something's happening even after the trade deadline.
I'm very nervous because for Christmas, my girlfriend bought me tickets to see the Bulls play the Suns in February because I want to go see Kevin Durant play because he's like my guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
All the talk coming out of the Suns camp is they might trade Kevin Durant at the trade deadline. It's like, no, I really want to see him. I'm very, very concerned now.
And the Bulls,
kind of funny if you think about it, though.
No,
the whole reason you're going.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see him.
and the Bulls will have nobody.
Bulls will have nobody. I might play for the Bulls
Yeah,
that day.
yeah. If you played 2 years varsity, you can get on the court and play for a quarter.
Yeah, let's give it a spin.
That's
It's
what
like
I've
an
heard they're
open
gonna do.
tryout.
But
I
you got-
always wanted to be on the court running around in one of the inflatable outfits.
Oh,
You know how they do the inflatable races?
I'm sure if you asked, you could do it.
I want to so bad.
Well, let's get that done.
Let's
Kenzie, one of
get
those big
working on
outfits.
that. You let me know.
Yeah. Looking forward to baseball season as we'll have our Brian and Kenzie opening day broadcast soon to be announced. Let's just worry about St. Patty's Day first. Let's go through that, and then we'll do the opening day broadcast. But
See if we
baseball,
have jobs after that. We'll see how much we misbehave.
well, that's right, because St. Patty's Day can be a little dicey.
I'm a little nervous about it.
And where are we going to be at for St. Patrick's Day, Brian?
Lizzie McNeil's.
And that's where?
It's right. I can see it from here at the NBC Tower, right on the river, right in Streeterville, and it'll be 6 to 10. It's free. Tons of concert tickets, like every 15 minutes. Last year, we gave out something every 15 minutes. It's a party. It is the party, and we say take the day off and get ready for it. Honestly, you don't have to, because if you get there 6 to 10 and then go to work, I mean, I'm saying you might be in a different kind of state. Depends what you do for a living. I don't want crane operators not taking the day off. Take the day off, guys. So now looking forward to baseball. Baseball Prospectus projects the Cubs to win 90 games and their division this year. Both. It's pretty good.
I like that.
Haven't made the playoffs in 4 years. So that would be great if that's true. White Sox, 61 wins. They're projecting after the worst team in baseball history. Let's see. How many did they win last year? I forgot.
I feel like they didn't get to 50. Now I have to double check. The 2024 White Sox, the banner year that they had, they ended up going 41 and 121.
41?
So think about that. They could win 20 more games than they did last year, and they would still lose 100 games this year.
Jeez. That's ugly.
Good analysis.
Ugh.
But at least they're supposed to be better.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. What do you do with that? You have that ceremony after the season's over, and when you were in high school, you had those where they gave out most improved player trophies.
Yeah.
My dad, I got that, and my dad threw out the window of the car on the way home because he said that's a sucker's trophy.
Well, they were placating you.
Yeah. I'm still mad I don't have that trophy, by the way.
Get over it. It was a while ago.
It's on a field somewhere in Ohio right now, still probably sitting
Somebody
there.
probably gave it to their kid as like a reward for working around the house more.
Somebody stumbled on the trophy in a farm somewhere.
They're like, most improved member of the household. You've making your bed all week.
And then they're going to say, Daddy, who's Brian Haddad? Oh, it's like the Vince Lombardi trophy. It's just named after him. The most improved player trophy. So don't worry that your name's not on it, kid. Caleb Williams voted GQ's most stylish football player. That's his first big accolade as being here the number 1 overall pick last year. Most stylish.
Hot take. I don't want my quarterback to be stylish. This might be a bad award to win.
I kind of agree.
Yeah. You know what award I want my quarterback to win? MVP, most valuable player, not most stylish.
I have to say, out of all the awards he could have won, it's not the best for being a good football player, but you could be stylish and be good at sports.
He could be. But I'm not sure that's what's going to happen here. I hope with a new coach, and we have assembled this all-star coaching staff besides the head coach, that we cannot fail with all the effort that's gone into this. And I think Caleb Williams will be much better next year. I like him. I like him a lot. But also, I'd be cool if he wore some parachute pants and not something really cool to get him as GQ's number 1 player. Finally, 18 years ago today, a lot of time in this first hour, but 18 years ago today, 2007, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Chicago Bears in Super Bowl 41 with a score of 29-17. Peyton Manning was the MVP. And Kenzie, I've sat here a lot talking about, we're coming up on the 40th anniversary of the 85 Bears.
Jeez.
I know. And that sounds like a long time ago. And I always kind of held that little feather in my cap when I have arguments with other friends in cities that, we went to the Super Bowl recently. I'd say that. We went to the Super Bowl recently.
Recent enough, and it was a very good team in the Super Bowl. It wasn't like a fluke.
Correct.
You know?
But now that's 18 years ago. I can't say recently anymore with that.
It's getting tough. It's like an adult. It grew up, and now it's an adult that can vote.
Yeah.
It's a high school senior.
Oh, my God, does that put it in perspective?
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody's lived a life. They have a job. They work at Claire's or Lids, or they bus tables somewhere. They've never seen the Bears in the Super Bowl.
They were wearing a onesie the first time it happened, and now they're like, they can vote.
And you think the Bears went to the Super Bowl recently?
I did until today.
Put that in perspective, Brian.
I can't say. I have no argument anymore to anybody out of town anymore.
Because recently, the cutoff for recently is like 6 years. We're 3 times past that.
I'd give it 10 for a Super Bowl because it's hard to get to. But after that, it's been a while.
Yeah, this is depressing. But I think I have to play the opening kickoff where Devin Hester set the mark at a 7-0 start. And I was sitting there thinking, boy, we're going to win the Super Bowl for the first time in 22 years at that point when this happened.
And the Colts have had a hard time all season covering kicks. It's Hester trying to work it back to the middle. Gets past the first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
Wow. See, recently Devin Hester did that.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't win recently.
8 years ago, recently. 18 years ago. God.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 312-591-8300. Call right now to get on the phones and get in the competition against Kenzie for Jet tickets at the Salt Shed. That show is Saturday, June 14th. Tickets on sale now, but our great friends, we were there since the first shovel went in the ground at the Salt Shed, furnished by our great friends, the Salt Shed. And, of course, from Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That's going to be a fiery show. The Jet at the Salt Shed.
Woo!
So call now, 312-591-8300. And while you dial by request, once again, playing the news reporter in Detroit who had to report on a graffiti artist doing Beavis and Butthead graffiti everywhere around Detroit, and he kind of loses it because he didn't realize what he was going to say.
A suspected vandal facing charges after allegedly leaving Beavis and Butthead graffiti all over Detroit. My goodness. I was not. Brian Heron calls himself Beavis, spelled B-V-I-S. I'm so sorry. Police say he left his mark on buildings and fences, even inside a supermarket.
All right, good job, buddy.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101. can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Let's go. Tickets for Jet at the Salt Shed. That's going to be a party. And that is Saturday, June 14th. And furnished by our great friends, the Salt Shed. We were right there when the first shovel went in the salt and built that place. Only Q101 was there. Remember that. And now it's just one of the most iconic venues in Chicago history in just a short period of time. So Jet will be there. Competing against Kenzie Day and Trivia for those tickets is Annette from Tinley Park. Annette, tell us something about yourself.
I am a wife, a mother of 2 girls, and an 8th grade math teacher, so let's do some math problems today.
Oh, crap.
Well, then I'm out immediately if there's math problems.
Yeah, I'm trying to readjust right here. I don't see many math questions today, Case.
I think we could just come up with a few. We're gonna go off the dome.
But if I just say like 7 times 11 minus 4, then I got to figure it out.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's not gonna
73.
All right, that's 1.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Well, there's no way for us to fact check that in real time.
and Annette's biased, so she can't fact check us either.
Sorry, Annette. It's just going to be the regular old questions.
Jeez.
Should I explain what's going on here with the coin toss?
Yes.
Before we get there?
Annette, give Brian 30 seconds to vent his frustrations, and then we will let you play trivia for a chance to win Jet tickets. Brian, go ahead.
So we have a quarter we've used for over 6 years in the studio to flip to see who goes first. We heads or tails. You flip it, and there it is. And that quarter disappeared about a month ago in the studio.
Yeah, so you brought in a second quarter.
A second quarter with a unique Abe Lincoln on the back as the tail part.
And you can check the tapes on that. We brought it up.
That's right. And I got that at Thurston's gas station in Northbrook over the weekend. I put that down in the same spot. 2 days later, that quarter's gone.
And not to be this person, but Kevin's in this week, and Kevin was also the one in last time it happened. I think he's stealing all the quarters consistently.
And I have to put an email out to the staff now to say, please return both quarters. How much of an a-hole am I going to look like on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a big one. Like a 10. A 10
No.
a-hole.
Brian, not at all, because I'm with you. It's honestly starting to piss me off because, okay, you stole a quarter once. It wasn't your quarter, okay? First of all, you didn't find it on the ground. It was left on the counter, which means that we wanted it there, okay? It wasn't like under something, whatever. And then you find a quarter again a few months later in the exact same spot. And you're like, oh, this was like, what do you think? It's a magic table that's just spewing out quarters? We obviously want it there. I am just as annoyed, okay? And I'm going to respond to the email and be like, listen, you son of a bitch. Whoever took this quarter, I'm going to fight you.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
I've had enough. I've had it up to here.
As much as I gloriously appreciate everything you just said for having my back, Kenzie, I couldn't get past the part when you said a magic table that spits out quarters.
That sounds cool.
I mean, why do you think it's in the same spot? Again, we need it. Listen to the show. You work on this station. I'm going to punch somebody in the face.
Does Amazon sell those, by the way?
Quarters?
So, listen, Annette, I'm just letting you know, it could be biased, but I'm flipping a nickel. That's all I got in my bag.
All right.
All right,
That
cool.
works.
Call heads or tails on that.
I'm going to say heads because tails fails half the time.
It's actually tails, and tails is a building on a nickel.
What building?
It looks like Congress.
Ugh. Not a fan.
Looks like Congress? Okay, Brian.
Or no, you know what it is? I think it's the Jefferson Memorial.
Oh.
What do you think of that one?
I'm not a fan either.
Ugh.
Yuck.
So Kenzie wins. I'm sorry, Annette, even with that biased coin toss.
That's okay.
I can't wait to hear the people complain about the nickel coin toss is different and give me odds of heads or tails with a quarter or a
weight,
nickel.
You know, the weight's all off.
Oh, boy.
It's still Kenzie's question. Go ahead.
All right, Kenzie. Question number 1. What is the capital city of England, Kenzie?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it's London.
It is London,
Okay.
indeed. Let's see here. Annette, what is depicted on a traditional Jolly Roger flag? What's on there?
The skull and bones.
Skull and Bones is there. Pirate's flag. Back to Kenzie.
Yep.
What is the traditional meat in a Reuben sandwich?
Oh, ugh, I don't like those. My mom does. It's not roast. It's corn. It's corned beef.
Corned beef is right. There we go. I thought it was corn.
No, corned beef. Sorry, I had to get there.
It's a process.
It wasn't roasted beef.
Annette, Aviatophobia is a fear of what?
Birds.
It's not birds. It's not birds. Kenzie? Aviatophobia.
Aviatophobia?
V with a V like Victor. Aviatophobia.
Flying?
It is flying. That's right. Good job. Wow. And that was a guess probably, right?
Yep. Sure was.
Well, that puts a net in a hole. Kenzie is ahead 3-1, and it's back to Kenzie.
Kenzie. What is the Latin phrase usually translated to say, seize the day?
Oh, is that carpe diem?
Carpe diem is right. Kenzie's got 4. Annette.
All right, here we go.
Which United States city has a type of cream pie named after it?
Boston.
Boston is right. Very hard to say cream pie.
You want to go back to the 6:30 conversation this morning?
Annette, I'm sorry. We're like your eighth grade class here now.
Yeah.
She can't
Pretty much.
escape it.
You can't escape.
How did that make it past the screening process?
Same guy that writes the questions as the screening process.
Not good.
Oh,
We should
good
work
Lord.
on that.
So this is the Kenzie for the win?
This is the Kenzie for the win. This game happened quick. Annette is in trouble.
Okay.
Okay, hit me with a cream pie.
Yeah, what kind of cream pie was used?
So what war, you see? All right, back to Kenzie.
Okay, Kenzie. The, quote, hanging Chad ballots dramatically impacted the presidential election between George W. Bush and who?
Oh, it was what's that? Is it Al Gore?
It is Al Gore, and Kenzie wins.
Darn it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do here? And I'm going to do this just today. I said yesterday we would not just give out the tickets to people that lose, but I know that I'm going to get all kinds of nickel statistics on the coin flip the rest of the day if I don't give you the tickets. So Kenzie, if you allow,
hey, I'll take them.
if you allow me,
Yes,
if
well,
you
of
allow me,
course.
Kenzie, I will give her the tickets. It's your game.
Teacher's night out, baby.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll get a quarter for
Awesome.
tomorrow.
Yes, get a quarter. And keep in your backpack from now on because there's a bunch of dirty thieves that we work with.
Clearly. So Annette, you are going to the salt shed to see Jet.
Yay, thank you.
We appreciate you and all you do for the kids out there, the future of America. So hang on, Case will get your information. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a song about Chicago that's pretty awesome.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Joe, that is our guy from Stranger Things, who will be I shouldn't say that. Ooh, I almost leaked something.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
You know, and I would like to point out that you guys always think I'm the problem, and I
Yes.
think Brian is equally, like, I won't say even worse than me, but I think he's equally as bad as me. Yes, you are.
Hey, Kenzie, I appreciate the self-awareness.
Yes.
Okay, worse.
aware.
Listen, I just almost let something slip, and I that's the first time, and I can't remember when that almost happened.
I'm not telling you anything anymore.
No, I just. Never
And in
mind.
case I'm aware of this information, and I said nothing,
Thanks, Kenzie. That means a lot.
you're welcome.
Okay, you know what? We didn't just play a song about Chicago. I don't even know who the hell it was. So forget it. We'll move on. Forget it. Let's move on. Okay? Forget it. Now, we just finished Clash with Kenzie, where Kenzie dominated, but we still gave away the tickets because I had to flip a nickel because someone stole a quarter in our studio.
Kevin.
What does that sound like a ridiculous sentence, by the way?
It doesn't make
this
you
is
sound
the
good.
Hey, this is the second quarter, and it's the principal. Keep your grubby paws off stuff that's not yours. It drives me nuts.
So Megan checked in. She says, I do loss prevention, so if you guys want, I can come in the studio and work my magic and figure out who stole the quarter.
I do. You know what I think we should do? I think maybe you shouldn't send out that email. We just put up a camera tonight and leave a quarter out after the show and see who's the one who keeps stealing them.
I don't have any more quarters to put out. Who has a bunch of... I have no quarters anymore. I've tried to
Put
get
the
rid
nickel
of...
out. Put the
I've tried to
nickel
get
out.
all real money out of my life.
I would like to have Megan come to the studio, sit on a stool in the corner of the studio for 24 hours and just watch to see if, who are our candidates? It's Lauren, Brian Phillips, Dougie Styles, Kevin, Joey Dominic, Lindsay.
Lindsay's out this week, so that's why Kevin's in.
Yeah.
So Lindsay's
So
exonerated.
Lindsay's innocent.
She's
She's got an
exonerated.
alibi.
Yeah.
Huh.
Did we say Dougie? We said
Yeah, we said Dougie. Trust me, he's a suspect.
It's either Kevin or Dougie, like 100%. I think everyone else should just be exonerated.
We don't think
just
Joey Dominic is in the running for this?
No.
What about Lou?
Oh, Lou, I could see him being a thief.
He's got 3 kids.
Yeah, he needs the money. 3 kids is a lot.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Who are we missing? Anybody else?
No, that's everybody.
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, let us know who you think stole 312-591-8300.
Should we put a poll up on social media?
We should.
Okay.
Okay.
We might as well shame everybody in the building.
Yeah, because Lauren's going to be pissed about it. She's going to be like, I didn't steal your quarter.
But I believe her because it was obviously Dougie or Kevin.
Clearly, it was one of them. A reminder coming up this week at this time on Friday, we finish off the weight loss competition, and I will bring my scale in. But that's what people say, why do you take the scale home every day? Because someone's going to steal it. That's why I don't leave the scale in here.
Bunch of thieves we work with.
So I'm taking the scale home, but we'll bring it back for the final weigh-in. Happens on Friday to see who wins the weight competition. As of yesterday, myself and Kenzie are exactly tied in the percentage of weight loss.
And not in the amount of food that we get to eat or the amount of cheat days that we have, solely in amount of weight lost, which is unfortunate.
Yes. So Friday, the final weigh-in will happen. Make sure you are here for it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, coming up, we're going to play Stone Temple Pilots Interstate Love Song. After that, we have exclusive audio you have to hear and an update with the Dalton Mayor, Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. Some new audio with her attorney about the fight that happened last week in Town Hall, and then what she did last night because there was another meeting last night.
So we've been following Tiffany Henyard with everybody else for the last 18 months, and we've seen Tiffany Henyard, we've seen her boyfriend, we had Jedediah Brown get involved a few weeks ago. Her attorney is a new character in this.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for everybody to hear what Tiffany Henyard's attorney has to say.
Yeah.
Is it just her, like, you know how, like, Michael Scott's, like, prison Mike? Is it just Tiffany Henyard, like, as an attorney? So that way she can pay herself, like, the money.
She talks about the Dementors still.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to do it pro bono so the government can just pay me.
All right, so we will have that exclusive audio in just about 3 minutes. First, the continuing saga of where the quarter went in our studio that we flipped for Kenzie's Clash with Kenzie to decide who goes first. I've had 2 quarters now disappear from this studio. One was here for 6 years and disappeared. I replaced it, and in just 5 days, it's gone. The second quarter. Case has put a poll up on Facebook now, guessing which employee of Q101 stole the quarter.
Yep.
With all of our, so Lauren, Brian Phillips, Joey Dominic, Lindsay Marie, Dougie, Lou, Kevin. Kevin!
Lindsay's not on the poll because Lindsay Marie has been exonerated. She was off last night. She has an alibi because last night another quarter was taken. So Lindsay Marie's not on the poll. We love her. She's innocent. She's not involved in
Unless she has an accomplice.
Oh, it's a coup of sorts.
Kenzie's crimes.
I'm all over it.
Next week's Kenzie's Crimes is Who Stole Brian's Quarter.
Right.
And there is a Facebook poll right now, Q101 Chicago's Facebook page. You can vote as to who you think stole the quarter, why you think they stole the quarter. A lot of conspiracies already floating around. Brian Phillips is out to an early lead in this poll. I thought the man was as good as God. People think Brian Phillips is a thief.
Well, that's the way it usually is. The person that you don't suspect is the evil one.
Wow, who would have thought? Brian Phillips, history of alternative.
Like the nicest guy here. You know?
Certainly nicer than me.
Yeah, well, nicer than all of us.
Yeah, wow.
The problem is, I mean, call me Michael Jordan, but every time somebody takes that quarter, I take it personally. Okay, like it's like a slap, and you might be like, it's just a quarter. They're stealing it over and over again, and it's for the show, and I am so mad about it. I'm way more mad than Brian is, and he keeps giggling, and I'm like, stop giggling.
I'm really proud of you to have my side on this one of losing my personal quarters over this.
Well, like, who do you think you are? Who walks into a studio and, like, again, it hadn't rolled under a chair or something where you feel like, oh, somebody doesn't even know this is here. It's sitting out on the desk, and you stole the last one, and now it's here again. I'm gonna hit somebody with my car. I'm so irritated by this. I don't like when people take my things intentionally. It's rude.
Now on the text line, a lot of people are saying that maybe it was a cleaning crew.
No.
Unfortunately, our studios are not cleaned very often.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the cleaning crew.
It's not nightly.
No.
It's not nightly.
It's a daytime activity. They're stealing from under our noses in broad daylight.
And if it was, by the way, like I take that okay. Like when you get a car wash and you used to leave change in the cup holder and it's gone after you get out of the car wash. Cool. That's a tip. They need it. They're cleaning my car. That's this old fries and stuff.
What a tip.
You can have you can have the tip. Take the quarters, take the pennies, take the dimes. I'm good with that. I'm never going to complain about that. But this is different.
No, so here's the deal. The reason I know it's on our cleaning crew is because we've had the same cleaning crew. One, they're not here every night. Two, we've had the same cleaning crew for a super long time, and that quarter sat there for 6 years. I understand. I understand that I'm pushing my agenda right now, but who is the person who filled in multiple times when the quarter went missing, so they're not here every night?
Kevin!
Exactly. Exactly.
Look, I hate to point fingers at Kevin, but I am pointing fingers at Kevin. It's such a Kevin thing to do.
It's so deep-rooted Kevin quality. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
Stop touching my stuff.
Wait till you see my email about how the quarter has to be returned tonight.
Oh, boy.
And if it's not there in the morning, what's going to happen?
Are we going to bring back Whose Karen Is It just for you once you send this email? Good Lord, Brian.
I'm on Brian's side. That son of a bitch better drop the quarterback off tonight. He's going to be in the studio.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so we'll get to that. By the way, I also was in the right to give Annette the win, or at least the tickets, even though Kenzie demolished her in trivia. Because as I looked this up by AI, flipping a nickel is not the same as flipping a quarter. And here's what AI says.
Because they're different coins.
Here's what AI says, why we're so lucky to have AI in our lives. A nickel's worth 5 cents, while a quarter's worth 25 cents. That's what AI said the difference is in a quarter and a nickel.
Hey, thank goodness they're going to take our jobs
Oh,
sooner rather
yeah.
than later.
You know what, though? Prison's prison, Kevin.
Kevin! All right, so coming up here, we will talk Tiffany Henyard, an update, the one that you need, about her lawyer now joining the fray of the cast of characters in the city of Dalton and Thornton Township. We have audio you need to hear in 3 minutes. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.